Okay, hi, good day class. So today we'll be discussing the element 1. This is the update knowledge about the housekeeping department. So I know you've heard the hospitality definition many times ago. We're just gonna go over it very quickly. So hospitality is a cordial and generous reception and entertainment of guests of strangers and other either socially or commercially. So anything that is being warm and friendly towards a guest or a customer, that is an act of hospitality. Okay, just to make it short. So moving on, the simple reason being a customer demands on a clean, tidy, and pleasing ambience. Sorry, as what I have discussed in the introduction, main focus of the housekeeping department is basically to maintain the cleanliness, make it tidy, of course, and to be able to provide a pleasing ambience. So we're going to jump over to the objective. So basically what I'm projecting right now is the soft copy of your modules. So please stand by, as what I have told you. I might pause this video and call you in random order. So once again, I will call you in random order if I'm going to ask you a simple question. Okay. The main objective of hotel housekeeping are the following. We have to maintain over cleanliness of the entire hotel at all times. That is very straightforward. To perform cleanliness duties most efficiently and effectively. Next, to use good quality, safe cleaning equipment and chemicals. So how are you going to handle the chemicals? What is the proper way of diluting the chemicals? What are the PPEs that you need to wear? So it actually goes with that. Next, to manage laundry and linen. Okay, laundry and linen is a part of housekeeping department, but basically that's where the sheets and linen are being washed. And next we have to control pest. What are you going to do? When is the perfect time for you to apply a pesticide? When it's necessary. Okay, we're gonna touch on that. Next, to keep up the hotel with classy interior decorations. As we all know, one of the objectives of the housekeeping staff, as what I've told you from the introduction, is to keep a classy interior, not only to report the defects or the broken fixtures, but to maintain the decorations all over the hotel premises. Next, we have to take care of the furniture, fittings, fixtures, and entire hotel. Okay, that's the objective of housekeeping. Now we're going to be moving on to the housekeeping department layout of the hotel. So starting from the we're going to define them one by one. We have the office of executive housekeeper, followed by the housekeeping control desk. Next we have laundry area, followed by the linen room, uniform room, tailor room, housekeeping stores, flower room, and lost and found. Okay, first in line, the office of executive housekeeper, or the manager of the housekeeping department. This is where the administrative work of the department is being carried out. Okay, I might ask you later on what are the administrative works, so be able to come up some answer. So housekeeping control desk, it is accessible and operational 24 hours a day. The housekeeping staff reports at the start and the end of the shift here. So there are notice boards, storage shelves, register, lost and found, cupboards, and key hanger matrix. So it's this like their mini office. So the start of the work, this is where they're going to um this is where they're going to get in, and this is where they're going to check in and be able to present themselves to their supervisor. That's why they starting the shift and end the shift here. Okay, that's housekeeping control desk. And of course, and the lost and found are also being placed in here. As we all know, the housekeeping staff are all over the hotel premises. Whatever they found is what they have to bring here in this particular desk. Next, we have the laundry area. This is very straightforward. Laundry area, this is where you will do the washing, ironing, dry cleaning, folding of linen, and staff uniform takes place here. Linen room. Here are the linen of the hotel, such as bed sheets, towels, pillowcases, etc. are stored, collected, and carried to the required places in the hotel. Next, we have uniform room. The staff uniform are collected, stored, and distributed from here. Next one is tailor room. Here, stitching and repairing of linens and uniforms takes place. At this point, I would like to point out that the uniform room, tailor room, and the laundry area are placed strategically next to each other. Why? Simply because the laundry room is situated down below. If you go up one floor up, this is where you can find the tailor room and uniform room as well. In that way, whatever it is being washed and being brought up, it's like the uniform and uniform and linen room is going to be transported easily. Okay, it's just going to be one floor up. Okay, next we have the flower room. Flower room. It is an air-conditioned room with work tables, sink, and water supply, cupboards, and store vases and stone, and so with the counter. So once again, at a flower room. Lost and found. It stores all the item left by the guest. It directly communicates with the front office desk, as there are guests tend to first inquire about their lost articles. So normally, the guest would call the front office if they have left something in their rooms or in some public areas. That is the place they're going to call first. That's the front office, and then the front office will coordinate with lost and found. In some cases, the lost and found is already placed in the front office, and then they have a box of lost and found, and that is being transported going to the lost and found, which could be seen inside the control desk. Okay, housekeeping areas of responsibility. First, we have the guest room. So these are the areas of housekeeping staff responsibility. So these are the places that they are going to clean. First, we have the guest rooms, followed by the guest bathrooms. Next, we have the public areas such as lobby and lifts. Next one is banquets and conference halls, parking area, sales and admin office, and so with the garden. So those are the basic area that they have to clean. Okay. Now, moving on the structure of housekeeping staff. So we are going to be touching on the specific job description of the executive housekeeper, and the different supervisors as we go on. Okay. So number one job of the executive housekeeper is to ensure over cleanliness and aesthetic of hotel. Okay, that's number one. Next, we have to ensure overall sanitation, comfort, and ambience of the hotel. Next, we have training new joiners and motivate the existing employees for a possible promotion, possibly. Next, we have modeling and establishing standard operating procedures, or SOP, for cleaning and decorating. Monitor regular inventory of guest supplies and linen. Monitoring housekeeping equipment in hotel property. Evaluating employee performance and handling training, promotions, and transfers. Please stand by. I'm going to ask some questions later on. Organize flower arrangements for the events. Okay, that is also their job. And presenting the estimate of the required budget to the general manager of the hotel. Of course, the executive manager is going to discuss about how much they need in order for them, in order for the housekeeping department be able to supply all the necessary linen needs or repairs of what they need to fix. Okay, now we're gonna go over the different supervisors. Okay, we have actually 5 of them. We have the floor supervisor. Next, we have the public area supervisor, followed by the night supervisor. Next is the uniform room supervisor, and lastly we have the linen room supervisor. Now we're gonna go back to the floor supervisor. What are the key responsible tasks of the floor supervisor? First, he or she is in charge of issuing keys to the room attendants, coordinating floor operations and tray clearance with the room attendants, inspecting rooms for readiness and reporting to the front office for the same, and last, catering for VIP facilities and providing special supplies such as hot drinks, water, and babysitting provisions. So basically everything is straightforward. Floor supervisor, so floor, whatever it is placed or scattered on the floor is what they have to basically fix, like the dirty dishes in front of the guest room. That is their responsibility for them to clear. Okay, next we have the public area supervisor. Public area supervisor is responsible in ensuring that the cleanliness is maintained at all times in public areas such as lobby, lifts, parking, swimming pool, coffee shop, conference hall, banquet hall, and restaurant. Okay, next we have ensuring banquet and conference halls are well kept and tidy. Ensuring all the concerned operating staff is available as per the schedule. So of course, if you are the public area, you're gonna have to make sure that all of your staff will be able to have a proper cycle in order to deploy them in their respective areas. That will result into a smooth operation. Okay, next we have the night supervisor. Night supervisor's job is to ensure the provision of guest supply such as water, extra bed, fans, or towels. Night supervisor, basically this supervisor is working at nighttime, is in replacement of the day supervisors. We all know hotel is a 24-hour cycle and it cannot be left without a supervisor around. So we have a night supervisor. Next, we have ensuring the operating staff working at night is following all cleaning SOP, okay, or the safety operating procedures, supervising hotel area at night and ensuring cleanliness in all areas of the hotel. Okay. Next, we have uniform room supervisor. Um, Responsible areas are providing clean, ironed, and fresh uniforms to the hotel staff, suggesting procurement of any uniforms required. If there's any uniform damaged, they're going to fix it right away. Next, checking repaired linen from tailor room, followed by keeping track of the number and the condition of uniform room. So definitely, if they keep a proper inventory of it, they can easily replace the old ones with the new stock. Okay, next we have the linen room supervisor. Responsibilities are the following: to inspect linen and sending it to the laundry, checking linen from laundry and sending it for ironing, maintaining linen influx and outflux register. Next, checking repaired linen from tailor room, and last is suggesting linen replacement if required. So we'll know this is a 24-hour cycle operation, so most likely the bed sheets are being washed every day. So because the reason they're being washed, they can easily damage. That's why it needs a thorough checking every day in order to know if this linen are still in good condition, and if they're not, then it is the linen supervisor's job to request for a new one. So now we're gonna be going on the operating staff or the attendants. So ito yung mga hinahandle ng mga supervisors. Right, first we have the uniform room attendant, basically collecting uniform of staff at the end of every day or every shift, and maintaining them to be used for next time. So they're gonna collect the dirty ones and bring back the clean ones for the employees to wear the following day. Maintaining the shelves of uniforms and linens clearly, giving and taking back the uniforms from the staff. Okay, once one is being prepared, it's going to be brought back to the staff. Next, we have linen room attendant. His job is to segregate the dirty linen according to its type, and that is going to be sent to the laundry. So the linen room attendant is segregating, or it's also called the sorter. We have different machines. A machine that is only meant for small items such as napkins. Washing machine that is only meant for towels, because we all know towels a lot more heavier than the linens. So that machine, there's a specific machine that in which is only designed for towels and stuff. So the linen room is gonna have to make sure that he's going to separate it and being loaded to that particular machine. Okay. Next we have his job is also to stack the towels, bedsheet, pillowcases, table napkins separate into different sections and shelves. From sorting the dirty ones, he's also responsible for compiling them in the specific places that they need to be. So if the staterooms or the room attendant needs it, they can easily get the stack from that particular shelf. Next, we have the guest room attendant. So from the word itself, guest room attendant's job first is to report to the floor supervisor, and the key responsible areas is to clean the guest room, guest bathroom, and corridors. Next, changing the linen of guest room and the guest bathroom as well. Next, we have topping up the guest supplies, making guest room bed, replenishing the hotel cleaner's trolley with the supplies and linen for the next shift. As we go on, we'll be able to identify what are the things in the maid's trolley or the room attendant's trolley, and what is the proper way of storing it. What are the things that you need to check before you go to your respective room assignment. Okay, so your room attendant's trolley or the maid's trolley is your partnering job. You cannot perform cleaning properly and effectively without this trolley, because you have all the cleaning materials and so the sheets in the trolley. So next we have the storekeeper. Storekeeper's job is to report to the floor supervisor as well, keeping the count of cleaning equipment and items such as cleaners and detergents, generating requisition to purchase the required material. So storekeeper of the cleaning materials, kapag ka na worn out na yung mga broom, then it is his job to take a good inventory, have a good look, and be able to request for new ones whenever it is needed. Next, we have public area attendants. Job is to report the public area supervisor, keeping the parking lobby area, guest rooms, lifts, and corridors in great status, keeping these areas smelling fresh and clean. Of course, as what I have said from the introduction, any open areas belongs to the public area attendants. Next, we have the night shift attendants reporting to any hotel's safety issues at night to supervisor. As what I've told you from my introduction, the housekeeping staff are the eyes and ears of the hotel. So if they see any issues, like if they smell a fire or any issues at night, they are going to report that immediately to the night supervisor, or even particular chaos, like at the bar, whenever a intoxicated guest started to be unruly, then it is also their job to report that to the night supervisor, and they will do an action for that. Next, we have performing housekeeping duties during night. So those are their jobs to do. Next, we're gonna go over to the qualities of housekeeping staff. The following these are the following. First, we have the personal hygiene and appearance. Next, we have communication skills, interpersonal skills, personal skills and traits, and these subtopics down below. We're gonna go over it one by one. The personal hygiene, we all know you'll be facing the guest, so the guest would really appreciate it if the room attendants are nice and presentable. If they are well groomed with a high degree of professional hygiene, well shaved, they're using light perfume, that will add to the personal hygiene. Next, trimmed nails and clean uniform. So why do you think trimmed nails is important? Okay, I'm gonna go back to that question later on. So have a clean personal appearance. Okay, that is under personal hygiene. Next, communication skills. The housekeeping staff must conduct themselves with cooperative attitude as the first one. Next, we have speak in friendly but sincere tone. So why is that important? I'm gonna ask you later on. Speak clearly in audible voice of moderate pitch. Maintain polite eye contact while interacting with the hotel guest. So later on, I'm gonna call one of you on based on your opinion, why is this following points are very important. interpersonal skills for serving the guests and working for cleanliness. The housekeeping staff must possess right attitude. Of course, number one, it is your job doesn't stop there once you have cleaned the room. Your job doesn't stop there once you have mixed the chemicals. Your job doesn't stop there once you have performed your duty. Of course, it will require a positive attitude, and not only here in this particular department, but every department of the hotel that I keep on saying. Next, we have good listening skills to avoid any miscommunication. That's very important. Make sure you understand the preferences of your guest. Okay. Being a good team player. So, what does it mean to you? I'm gonna call one of you to answer that. Now we're gonna go to the personal skills and traits. The housekeeping staff must be able to retain and pursue the demand of guests until it is fulfilled. Remember, during the introduction, I told you the guest first impression should be the same until they leave the hotel. Meaning to say, your service during the first, second, third day until the seventh day should always be the same. Okay. It doesn't go like, oh, they're here, so we need to make some effort to impress them, and on the last day we're just gonna take it easy. So it doesn't work like that. If you're enthusiastic at the first day, that should remain until the seventh day, when they have finally left the hotel premises. Okay, be sincere and physically fit. So why do you think that is very important? We're gonna go over that. Respect each hotel guest they are dealing with. They must conduct themselves confidently and courteously, and have a high integrity. Now we're gonna go over to the advantages of housekeeping. Advantages are the following. We have the clean and hygienic atmosphere. It provides clean and hygienic atmosphere. That's the first one. Next is a comfortable and convenient stay. Housekeeping also provides privacy to the guest. Next is safety and security. I mentioned that to you. Next, we have the provision of amenities and making guests feel good. So later on, I will call you once again and ask you, how can you make a guest feel good? Okay, now we're gonna go over to the purpose of cleaning. Cleaning is conducted to remove harmful bacteria present in the dust deposited on the hotel. So we all know the process of cleaning is to eradicate all bacteria, eradicate all the viruses. That's why we're cleaning, to make every guest healthy, and of course that will contribute into their experience in the hotel. That's the purpose of cleaning. So we're gonna go over now to the cleaning and hygiene principles. The workers must follow the given principles while cleaning. These are the following. Carry out the cleaning procedures in sequence. So why do we need to follow it in sequence? Sweeping, dusting, mopping, suction, cleaning, disinfecting, and air freshening. So we're going to talk about it. Why is it very important to do it in sequence? So next, I must take care while cleaning and polishing damaged various surfaces. Alright, continuing on with the cleaning and hygiene principles. The worker must follow the given principles while cleaning. So we're going to be talking about the different principles of cleaning. First, carry out the cleaning procedure in sequence of sweeping, dusting. I think I've already mentioned that already. So we're gonna jump over to next one. Must take care while cleaning and polishing not to damage various surfaces and hamper their appearance. So every time you're cleaning, you are required to do it in a manner that you're not going to damage anything. So sa mga pagkakataon, alam naman natin na we can easily damage some furnitures if that is not taken care properly. Examples are the vases. We have different and very expensive vases in the hotel that if you're not going to be able to clean it properly and you suddenly bump into it, you break it, you're gonna lose your job, and at the same time you are going to pay for it. So make sure that you are going to clean those furnitures and even paintings properly. Just to give you an idea, the paintings, the cheapest paintings that you can see in a hotel could probably cost about 200,000. That's the cheapest, or even the small ones are 50,000. So though that is the amount of the furnitures or paintings that you can see around the hotel. That's why you need to clean it properly. Okay, next we have should start cleaning from extreme inner and continuing towards exit. So for instance, just simple cleaning at home, you are going to start from the very inner or sa loob, then towards the exit. You cannot do it the other way around because you're just going to spoil your job. Next, should park the chambermaid's trolleys such that it leaves space for the corridor traffic. The trolley itself should be parked whenever you're cleaning the guest room next to the wall of the guest room, so it cannot be placed at the center because that is going to block the guest alleyway. Next, must take the proper precautions while handling chemical cleaning equipment, detergents, and guest luggages. So what are the precautions when handling cleaning equipments? One of those are, of course, when you're one of the cleaning equipments that needs to be used properly are the vacuums. So you're gonna have to make sure that you're going to use the vacuum in such a way that is up to the instruction manual. There's a particular hour that a vacuum can be used, and there's a particular hour that the vacuum should be cleaned. Okay, there's no way that you will continuously going to use the vacuum na puno na pala yung vacuum bag. So that is going to damage and might cause overheat. So as a room attendant, you must be able to know what are the potential hazard in every equipment that you're using. And of course, detergents and the guest luggages. So why do you need to be cautious when handling guest luggages? I'd like you to answer that later on. Next, must remove hard water stains and spider webs as soon as they occur. As we all know, spider webs are occurring on walls or basically everywhere. But if you see them already appearing, then you must be able to take it off right away so it will not accumulate more and more. And another thing is the water stains. We know that the water stains is another difficult stain that you are going to encounter. So before it even occurs, you're gonna have to make sure that you're going to clean it right away. And one way of cleaning the stains is to regularly applying the glass cleaner, or particularly the methylated spirit. Next one is must never use a guest room linen for cleaning or blocking room entry. Okay, take note of this. Must never use guest linen room for cleaning. So this is happening. Some room attendants, when they've been with the industry for a long time, when they are already on the stage in the declining stage, that they don't care anymore about their job description, they tend to use the linen room for cleaning just to make a shortcut, and that is a big no-no. If somebody sees you doing that, first of all, that is off to company standard and policy. If somebody sees you doing that, especially your supervisor, you are going to lose your job. Okay, now moving on, we're going to be talking about the safety and security principles the workers must follow, the safety rules mentioned below. First, protect their body from harmful chemicals by wearing thick gloves. And not only gloves, we have different PPEs which I would like you to identify later on. Protect their eyes by wearing mask, goggles, and if required, must use caution sign to mark the wet floor. So what are the different caution signs that you need to put on? Do you need to use the caution sign while vacuuming the floor? Do you need, what kind of caution sign that you need to put on when you're mopping the floor? What kind of caution sign are you going to put on when somebody vomits? Okay, we're going to identify that later on. So clean spilled liquids immediately to reduce chances of slipping. Okay, so we all know floors in the hotels are made up of tiles or even granite. Okay, if somebody spills juices, liquids, coffee on there, and you don't clean it right away, what's gonna happen? That will result into accident. And if that accident happens, who's gonna be held responsible is going to be you. Remember, your job is to make sure whenever you are assigned as a public area attendant and you're assigned in the lobby area, if somebody spills a coffee there, even if you are not in your area but you are on duty and you're supposed to be there, somebody spills a coffee and somebody slips away, then the blame's gonna be on you. And you're gonna ask your supervisor, why are you going to blame me? It wasn't me who spilled the coffee. It wasn't you who spilled the coffee, but it is your area. Where were you? So it's really extremely important to stay in your area of responsibility. Your area of responsibility is your job. If something happens there, it's going to be your responsibility. Okay, if for an instant there's a chaos that happened in your area that has to be reported to your supervisor right away. Next, handle cleaning chemicals carefully when transporting or disposing or refilling the containers. So mix any chemical required in the presence of proper ventilation. So this is the chemical handling. So why do you think proper ventilation is very important when it comes to mixing the chemical? I would like to hear your answer. Must not open unlabeled chemical containers. So once again, you're not supposed to open unlabeled, like some of the attendants. I have heard this before, that one attendant put a clear cleaning chemical on the drinking bottle, and it so that happened that his attendant was so thirsty and didn't know that the content of the drinking water was a clear chemical. So can you imagine what would be the effect of that on the person who drank it? Okay, so it's going to be very lethal. That is why any chemicals should be labeled properly. Okay, and of course that is in accordance to, once again, company standard and policy. They should always be labeled. Okay, use swivel head mops to avoid inappropriate body posture while cleaning. So what are the swivel and head mops? How can you avoid inappropriate body posture while cleaning? So why is it important to bend your legs whenever you're cleaning? Why is it important to ask help whenever you're carrying a luggage? So I would like to hear your insight about it. Element 1.2, we're going to identify the role of room attendant. Okay. So I think I'm gonna give it a pause right here. I'll be back.